What's up, Cancer? This is Soul from Intuitive Tarot, here to look at your week ahead, starting February 16th, 2026. My fellow crabs, I hope all is well. Welcome any new subscribers to my channel. The decks I am using will be listed in the description box, not reading reversals, but do want to give you a heads up that this particular deck here has words written on the card, so whatever card Cancer that is selected for you, I will definitely read that message and you can apply it to your situation or not. I'm still going to give you, my 2 cents and my spin. All right, so we're just going to cleanse the energies here. Give me all the messages here for Cancer. What is the week ahead for my crabs and myself? What's going on here? What we have to look forward to? Now, I know it's supposed to be a major shift of energy here because Aquarius is going retrograde, I think, on the 17th, and that's supposed to be some big, big stuff happening or occurring. So we'll see if we're in alignment with that energy or it's not going to be something that we need to worry about. All right, let's do the cut here, Cancer, and see what's going on here for us. So we're going to start off with the first card in energy. We got the Emperor. So no matter what goes on this week, we're going to be in control. But the message here on the Emperor says logic and organization will increase your success. Take charge of the situation. Accept a leadership role, structure, and discipline. All right, so the Emperor here is all about you maintaining an aspect of control of your own energy. You're not into any types of manipulation or trying to control others. Not that you ever are, Cancer, right? Hold on. Yeah. All right. So, yeah. And then also, too, you may be asked to lead over others, right? This card represents authority, leadership. So you may be asked to lead. It could be a promotion. Okay. Anything going on involving court situations. You could be, just a Cancer that I'm reading for that works in the courts system. The character here, of course, I always extend out energetically that it could be some sort of connection to you, Cancer, in terms of a father figure who's over in spirit now. May have had some sort of connection to the court system or served some sort of time in the military. But I think the most important thing here is that you will be organized, you will maintain control over your own energies, which is important. Following the Emperor here now for us, Cancer, we got the 8 of Pentacles. All right, so the 8 of Pentacles here says learning all you can about a subject or career, going back to school, taking a seminar, or finding a mentor. Attention to detail, skilled work that you love. So I always talk about the 8 of Pentacles that there could be that you just go through the week when it comes to your specific work that you're paying attention to the details of that work. This could be also a substantial pay raise for some crabs that I'm reading for. This could be a job offer, could be contracts, bonus money, you name it. All right, that would be the 8 of Pentacles. Following the 8 of Pentacles here, now we have the 8 of Cups. All right, so this is going to be a no drama week for us Cancers, for some of us at least anyway. The need to move on, seeking more from life than what you are experiencing, a spiritual quest, choosing to make big life changes, a change in priorities, and possibly leaving home. So this, I always talk about that, hey, if you've dealt with something, the week before or in the recent past and, you've come to some sort of resolve or you have not, this is the week where either you came to the resolve or you didn't. You don't want to deal with it this week, okay? Your back is to that energy. You don't want to, you can see him walking out the door, the dog's looking back. You don't want to deal with it, Cancer. So this is a no drama week for you, all right? Anybody who tries to place emphasis with drama on you this week, you're just going to shut them down, All right. You're just going to shut them down, whether that's in the work environment, because it follows the work and money card here. You're just going to shut them down. You're just not in the mood for any, taking on any other person's emotional task. Now we have the major arcana, the Lovers. Okay, so it doesn't really matter because with the Lovers lays all that energy out, makes it even. It's the playing field, that I always talk about. So the Lovers here says embrace true love and deep, intimate friendships. Make choices from the heart. Vibrant health or recovery from an illness. See, that's different. I don't talk about that with the Lovers. I always say the Lovers is going to level all that energy out that you may, when it comes to interacting with other people, being that you're on the same page, seeing eye to eye with one another, spending good quality time with family members, friends, romantic partners, could be business partners. And then, of course, the Lovers can bring together and form all of those energies that I just talked about: romantic partnerships, platonic friendships, business partnerships, right? Someone could be getting married here still, not this week, but it could be some wedding plans in the future, or it could be an invitation, Cancer, to you to attend someone's wedding. All right, following the Lovers here for you, Cancer. Now we have the Nine of Wands. Some of us are going to be busy. Okay. What it says here is protect what you have created. Be prepared. Never give up. Ask your angels for help. Environmental activism and animal rights. Okay, so if that energy applies to you, then so be it. I always talk about this is one of my busy bees, so some of us is going to be somewhat busy doing the things that we need to do this week, and the Nine of Wands comes in here to give us that energy to allow us to complete those tasks that are scheduled or unscheduled. Up next, now we have now we got the Three of Swords. Okay, didn't see that one coming, but we have it here. Three of Swords here is great sadness that will heal with time. Let go of the past. Personal growth that comes from challenges. Healing misunderstandings. Being there for those who are in need. All right, so we're going to throw a clarifier on that Three of Swords, but typically the Three of Swords means what? Grief, sadness, heartache, separation. But it doesn't always mean a parting of the ways. It just can mean that there's some conflicting energies that you got going on with family members. Could be romantic partners, friends. Typical meanings of this is third party in play when it comes to romance, pet loss, pet gets away. Family is left grieving. Couples. Did I say that already? Couples that are together, distance separates them. But the Three of Swords is not going to be here for all the Cancers that I'm reading for. Of course not. This is a general reading. So it's going to apply to somebody, right? But it may be different. It does, the Three of Swords energy that applies to you may not be something that's, the same for someone else. It's always something different. And it may not be, it may not be that deep. Like I said before, the Three of Swords always involves relationships. So it could be that there's some sort of conflicting energy that's going on at the beginning of the week with a family member, a romantic partner, a friend. But it doesn't mean like, hey, we can't seem to get along here, we're parting ways. All right? If that situation applies to you. Let me see why the Three of Swords. See if I can hone in on that energy. Why did that Three of Swords show up here in Cancer's spectacular reading? And keep in mind that Three of Swords is powerful on its own. But Cancer, we got the Lovers here, okay? Remember I said the Lover levels all of that energy out. Also, let's go back here to the Eight of Cups. We're not dealing with any emotions or any dramas coming in from other people. Then you go back here to the very first card that was drawn for you, which is what? The card that is all about you having to maintain control no matter what is taking place. Okay? But why did this Three of Swords show up here? What is going on? And we have, Four of Swords is the clarifier. Four of Swords is rest, relaxation, rejuvenation. So you can say that maybe there's some sort of conflicting energies where you're trying to, take some time off to quiet your mental exhaustion. And then, it's interfering or conflicting with your romantic partner, your family member. You know what I mean? It's like maybe you want to spend some time by yourself. Maybe they don't want you to spend time by yourself, because then they'll start digging deeper, thinking that something else is going on where something else really isn't going on. You just want to spend time by yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. The Four of Swords is always about having to regroup, detach, replenish, renourish, taking care of your own energies, right? So, I'm going to read the messages here on the card. And it simply says insights that come from meditation, the need to rest or take a vacation. I just talked about that. Allow yourself more time before making a decision, mental exhaustion, get more sleep. So maybe it's like, you're coming into conflicting energies with these people and you're trying to achieve more sleep. You're trying to get more rest, okay? Detach, taking time off from work, just doing things that aren't taxing your time or your mental, abilities. And so now I think that this will be, and keep in mind, I'm just giving you what I feel could be the situation. That's just my message, but the Three of Swords will show up here, and you definitely will know if it's something that affects you or impacts you. It may be completely different from the messaging that I'm giving you right here. I'm just giving you what I'm seeing between these two cards here. Okay, maybe there's some conflicting energy going on with other people when it comes to you having or wanting to take time out for yourself or a break from a situation, taking time off from work. Maybe that's what it is. All right, so the next card here after the Three of Swords for Cancer, we got the Star card. So here we go. Major Arcana, the Star card, have faith. The future is bright. Dreams come true. Positive changes that bring an end to challenging times. The light at the end of the tunnel. So there we go. For those who may be concerned about this Three of Swords, you already got the Lovers, the Star, and as well as the Emperor here. So I typically read the Star as something exciting, something surprising could be happening or occurring for us this week. Of course, social media, social networking, what we're hoping for, wishing for, praying for Cancer may come to us. Any developments or enhancements going on with our own psychic energies may be realized. Dream journaling, stargazing, all of that. Okay, meeting somebody famous. Okay, the Star is a very popular card to receive, all right? Following the Major Arcana of the Star, now we have the Knight of Pentacles, okay? One of my financial independent cards here, and it says loyal, dedicated, protective, apprehensive, plan carefully before taking action, but then get going. Pay attention to the details, wait for perfect timing, a guardian angel or someone who watches over you. Right. So that Knight of Pentacles, one of my financial independent cards, still would mean a job offer. It would be a contract offer. It could be a promotion, pay raises, bonus money. Right? Either we are financially independent Cancer or we're striving to be, which I'm one of the ones who is striving to be. I ain't financially independent yet, but that's okay. All right. That's what that Knight of Pentacles is there for, as a reminder. Following the Knight of Pentacles here for you, Cancer, we have the Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords here, brilliant, experienced. She's humorous, judgmental, releasing situations or people that no longer serve you. Seeing the humor in difficult situations, focusing on career, divorced or unmarried individuals. All right, so this Queen, I typically will read, you have to be careful of not allowing your energy to entertain gossip, because this is what she does. Even though she has some beautiful traits down here in terms of the messages, she likes to talk. But she's a great communicator. Normally, the Queen of Swords here will sit on her throne, is about to do something in terms of a major decision or major action. That would be you putting yourself in her position, and there's something that you're about to do. Now, keep in mind, the card mirrors over here to the Star, and it's underneath the Lovers. So you can make your own connections or if there is any connection. It could be involving these two cards, or it could be the card that comes before it, the Knight of Pentacles. All right, so last card I have for you, Cancer. Now we have the Queen of Pentacles, all right? Money is looking good for us. We already have drawn the Eight of Pentacles, one of the big money cards here, and this is another big money card, the Knight of Pentacles. Now we have the Queen. This one here says generous, practical, gracious, materialistic, the ability to make anything more beautiful, a love of family and home, be practical about how you proceed, a love of art and beauty, a sensible approach. I read this Queen as a big money card, but it could also represent the boss in the workplace environment. It could also represent creditors. The attributes, Cancer, from both of these cards, the Knight of Pentacles and the Queen, coming in from others in terms of how they see you, how they view you, your accountability, your reliability. You're always willing to forgive, never coming across as being selfish or stingy, always willing to help out, but it doesn't always have to relate to money, okay? So this would be promotions, contract offers, bonus money, pay raises, all of that. All right, so that's what I have for us this week, Cancer. And then also, too, let me swing back here, because not only did we throw a clarifier for that Three of Swords, but this Queen mirrors over here to that Three of Swords as well. So always talk about someone who could be planning a retirement, right? Or it could be a separation from employment. Shadow energy, we're going to finish off with the Four of Cups. Interesting. Four of Cups here. The message at the bottom of the card says, failing to recognize a magical opportunity, missing the point, the distractions of daily life, discontentment of boredom, lost in your own world, wake up. I don't read it as such, but if it applies to you, then so be it. I read the Four of Cups as equal number of cups. So emotionally, what you give is what you're going to get back. Celebrations in terms of birthdays, anniversaries, spending quality time with family members, friends, as well as romantic partners. And some of that celebration could be taking place eating out at diners or restaurants. That would be the Four of Cups. All right, so I'm going to tell additional messages for Cancer. These are oracle messages, and again, Cancer, if you can use them, use them. If not, don't worry about it. All right, give me some oracle messages here from my crabs this week. Oh no, this seems like good energy for some of you that I'm reading for. Hopefully that's the case. Particularly focused on that no drama card, the Eight of Cups. This one here says corrupt, having or showing a willingness to act dishonestly in return for money or personal gain. Untrustworthy, dishonorable, and deceitful. Now, that may not be describing you, Cancer, but it could be describing somebody around you. All right, up next here is 9-to-5 job, hustle and bustle. This one here says rat race, daily grind, back-breaking work, pays the bills, stressful, rush, busy, blue collar, paycheck to paycheck, exhaustion, and easy burnout. Does that apply to anybody I'm speaking to? Yeah, hello. Last card I have for you is pessimistic. Someone always expects the worst. Negative, gloomy, cynical, despairing, depressed, melancholy, downer, negative, and dark. You know, a lot of those traits there are, oftentimes applied to Cancer's zodiac signs, right? So, I've heard it before, but none of that energy seems to apply to me. I'm not, saying that it applies to all cancers, but some cancers that I know and dealt with, yeah, that would describe them. So they must have other stuff going on in their birth chart. So pessimistic, always thinking something down and not positive, or just, just negative shit, Anyway, this is what I have for us this week, Cancer. As always, it's me interpreting these messages here for you. Take what's going to work for you. Leave the rest alone. You guys have a safe, great week ahead. Always come back here to get more of these messages from me. But before you leave, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And I'll talk to you real soon. Ciao.